Ever heard a song in the dark that felt alive, like it was breathing your name? Welcome to Shadow Watch, where we chase tales that hum in the shadows. Tonight, we're in Louisiana's bayou, where the air's thick and the choir doesn't sing for peace, it steals your breath. Meet the hollow choir, voices that lure you deep, and if you listen too long, you're theirs. Stay close. This story's twists will pull you under faster than you think. This is Elise Dunn, a 29-year-old archaeologist, sharp, stubborn, chasing history in bones and dirt. It's November 2024, and she's in St. Martin Parish, Louisiana, a place of cypress and fog, to study an old cemetery, half sunk in the swamp. The locals are wary, their eyes dodging hers, muttering about bad ground. Elise doesn't care. She's here for graves, not ghost stories. Her tent pitched near Bayou Chene, air heavy with moss and decay. Her first day, she maps the site. Stones cracked, names faded, some from the 1800s, tied to a plantation lost to time. The swamp's alive, frogs croaking, water lapping. But at dusk, a hum starts, low, not insects, like voices singing, too faint to catch. Elise freezes. It's not wind, it's deliberate. Weaving, Elise, soft, from the trees, not the air. Her pulse spikes, she's alone. No one's near. But the hum grows, voices layered, old, pulling her toward the water's edge. She shakes it off. Scientist's brain, maybe exhaustion, but her recorder's on, catching static, then a hum. Elise, clear, like it knows her. Back at camp, she plays it again, heart thumping. The voice is sharper, singing loss, pain, secrets she's kept. A dig she botched, a friend she failed. Elise isn't superstitious, but this isn't right, and the swamp feels like it's listening. She digs online, finding whispers about the hollow choir, spirits from a plantation, enslaved souls bound by a curse, their song a trap for the living. A 1830s tale mentions a woman, Mara, a healer, burned for defiance, her voice woven into the bayou, calling those who owe debts. Guilt, lies, worse. Elise scoffs. Folklore's just stories. But her notebook's open, words scrawled. You failed her. Not her pen, not her thought. About a choice she buried deep. Next morning, she asks a local, Amos, about the cemetery. His face tightens, says, "Don't stay after dark, girl, they sing for you." Elise laughs, but Amos's hands shake, like he's heard them too. Back at the site, she brushes dirt from a stone, finding spirals, carved deep, glowing faintly at dusk. The hum returns. Elise, louder, weaving her name with shame, her regrets clear as glass. Her flashlight dims, shadows moving. Not cypress, but shapes, blurred, watching from the water. She steps back, recorder buzzing, the hum spiking. Elise, then more. You ran. You broke. Her secret, small but raw, spilling from the swamp. A twig snaps, not wind, behind her, and the voices sing, cold, like mud on her skin. Elise bolts to her tent, zipper stuck, and the hum chasing. Elise, patient, endless. Inside, she's panting. The recorder's static now, but her name's clear, looping, alive. Louisiana's bayou keeps its secrets, but the choir shares yours. What would you do with a song that knows your soul, voices that don't stop? Would you listen or drown them out? Elise is about to learn what the hollow choir wants, and it's not just a grave. Don't go anywhere. This tale's rising to life, darker than the bayou's deepest tides. Elise's hands tremble. the recorder buzzing with her name. Elise, sung by voices not hers. The hollow choir's hum weaving through the bayou, spilling her secrets. A dig she fumbled, a friend she let down. Her tent feels smaller. St. Martin Parish's swamp pressing in, cypress shadows swaying, not with wind, but purpose, their song peeling her guilt, raw, alive. She's dug up history before, but this isn't bones, it's a hook, and the choir's got her snagged. She replays the recording, heart pounding, the hum clearer, Elise, layered with pain, loss, her failures, not random, but hers. Elise dives into notes, finding scraps about Mara, the healer burned in 1830, her curse binding souls to the swamp, their song a lure for those with debts, lies, betrayals, shame. A faded map shows the cemetery, marked hollow ground, tied to a plantation. Its owner's gone, but not its dead. Her pulse ticks, Amos's warning replays. Don't stay after dark. But the hum's back, Elise, soft, from the water, daring her to look. She steps out, flashlight shaking. The bayou thick with fog, moss dripping like tears. The hum grows. Elise, then sharper. You failed her. Her past, a colleague she wronged, spilling from the swamp. Her light catches spirals, carved in cypress roots, glowing faintly, pulsing. The air's heavy decay and salt, and a splash sounds, not fish but deliberate, like steps. The voices sing, Elise, weaving her regrets. You hid, you broke, small sins. But here they're anchors, pulling her deeper. Elise pushes toward the cemetery, reckless but needing truth. The hum louder, a chorus now, naming her fears, her flaws. She finds a stone, larger, cracked, spirals glowing red, like blood and water. The song spikes, Elise, cold from the stone, not the air, and shadows move, not trees, but shapes, blurred, their eyes glinting. Too many, reflecting her guilt, her shame. She kneels, the stone warm, wrong, and finds scratches, names, Mara's 1830, underlined than others, fresh. Elise Dunn, wet like mud. Her throat locks. This isn't research, it's a claim, and the choir's Mara's voice, her curse, binding the bayou's souls. The voices hum. Elise, promising answers if she stays, ruin if she runs. The shadows curl, their forms sharper, not people but debts, hers, others, hungry, alive. Elise backs away, flashlight flickering, the swamp closing, cypress bending low, their song deafening. Elise spilling her past, raw, endless. She trips, recorder falling, static bursting, new words, you're ours. The shadows hiss, their eyes locking hers, peeling her soul. A mistake she buried, a trust she cracked. The stone pulses, red, and something moves, not water but roots, coiling toward her, cold like fingers claiming. She bolts, roots snapping, the hum roaring. Elise, weaving her name with pain, a choice she dodged, a bond she broke. The cemetery fades, swamp alive, fog curling like hands, shadows gliding, not chasing but waiting. Her tent's ahead, zipper stuck, but she dives in, panting, the recorder glowing faintly, her name looping, alive. The hum's fainter, but in her, singing, her secrets no longer hers. The bayou keeps its dead, but the choir shares their debts. What would you do with a song that knows your heart, eyes that never blink? Would you dig deeper or silence it? Elise is caught in the choir's hum, and it's not letting go. Stay with us, this story singing louder, darker than Louisiana's deepest tides. Elise's heart slams, the recorder's static screaming, "You're ours." The hollow choir's song clawing her mind, Elise spilling her secrets, a trust she broke, a failure she buried. The tense air chokes. St. Martin Parish's swamp alive, cypress roots twisting, their hum weaving Mara's curse, peeling her soul, her guilt, her shame, her name. Shadows glide, eyes glinting, not trees, but debts, endless, claiming her breath by breath. She grips the recorder, its hum pulsing, names scratched on stones, Mara's, 1830, circled, then others, Elise's glowing red, like blood and mud. The song spikes, Elise, chanting her sins, small scars now anchors, a colleague she wronged, a truth she dodged. The bayou's song weaves, relentless, and shadows sharpen, blurred forms, not human, but pain. Mara's pain, their eyes reflecting Elise's regrets, raw, alive, pulling her deeper. Elise scrambles through notes, finding Mara's story, a healer cursed for defiance, burned, her voice bound to the swamp, singing debts no one could hide, lies, betrayals, losses. The recorder buzzes, new words, "you owe," though Elise is no planter, no slaver. The hum roars, Elise from the ground, naming her fears, exposed, raw. A splash twists, not water, but air, and shadows rise, their forms clearer, souls lost, their eyes hers, Mara's, dragging her to the cemetery's heart. She grabs a shovel, reckless, needing answers, and runs to the stone, swamp curling, roots snapping like bones, the hum a chorus, Elise spilling her past, "You failed, you hid." The stone looms, spirals flaring red, pulsing, alive. The voices scream, "Elise!" and shadows close, their touch cold, like wet moss urging her to dig. She strikes earth, mud parting, revealing a box, wood, carved with spirals, glowing, heavy, Mara's calling her name. The recorder burns, static tearing, and the cypress sway, roots coiling, not wind, but will, Mara's will. The shadows hum, their voices blending. Elise, promising truth if she opens it, ruin if she fights. She pries the box, hands shaking, finding cloth, old, stained, names sewn. Mara's, others, Elise's, fresh, wet, alive. The hum's a command, Elise, and the shadow's eyes lock hers, peeling her apart, her guilt, her choice to run, heavy, endless. The roots move, slow, curling toward her, cold, like Mara's grip, claiming. Elise pulls back, recorder dying, the swamp shrinking, cypress bending low, their song deafening. Elise, naming every scar, every sin. She shouts, voice breaking, asking what Mara wants. No answer, just the hum, louder, weaving her name with pain, a friend she lost, a chance she killed. The shadows surge, their forms merging, a choir of eyes not human, but debt, Mara's debt, and Elise's marked. She bolts, box slipping, roots snapping at her heels, the stone flaring, red, alive. The swamp roars, cypress clawing, but Elise runs, recorder tumbling, the hum chasing. Elise, patient, eternal. The tent looms, flap open, though she zipped it, shadows pooling inside, waiting. She dives in, gasping, the recorder's last hum glowing. You're mine. The song's faint, but in her looping, her secret's theirs, and the hollow choir's curse is tightening. What would you do with a song that knows your heart, voices that never fade? Would you fight or sing along? Elise is trapped in the choir's curse, and the truth's about to twist. Don't look away, this story's humming darker, deeper than Louisiana's blackest tides. Elise's breath catches, the box searing her hands. Names, Mara's, hers, glowing red, the hollow choir's song clawing her soul. Elise, spilling her secrets. A friend she failed, a truth she buried. The swamp's alive, Saint. Martin Parish's cypress twisting, their hum weaving Mara's curse, binding her guilt, her shame, her name. Shadows glide, eyes endless, not roots, but debts, hungry, stealing her breath, claiming her whole. She clutches the cloth, spirals pulsing, Amos's warning ringing, don't stay, but Elise's deep in the choir's hum. Her secret's theirs. The song grows. Elise, from the mud, naming sins, small scars now chains. A dig she botched, a trust she broke. A splash twists, not water, but air, and shadows rise, tall, blurred, their eyes hers, Mara's, pulling her to the stone, to the swamp's heart. Elise bolts, box slipping, the bayou roaring. Elise, weaving her regrets, raw, endless. The swamp's dense roots snapping, the hum deafening. You failed. You hid. The cemetery looms, stone flaring red, spirals alive, shadows circling, their forms clearer, souls lost, their eyes hungry, endless. Her flashlight's dead, the hum chanting, Elise, promising peace if she stays, ruin if she fights. The roots coil, slow, toward her, cold like Mara's grip, claiming her soul. She dives for the stone, hands burning, and pries it, finding bones, old, wrapped in cloth. Mara's, names carved, Elise's, fresh, wet. The cypress scream, roots clawing, shadows lunging, their touch frost, peeling her heart, her choice to run, her failure. Elise shouts, voice lost, the stone pulsing, roots tightening, but she tears free, running, swamp roaring, the hum screaming, Elise, patient, eternal. The tent fades, bayou's edge dark, Elise's truck stuttering, engine alive, and she drives, swamp shrinking, box lost. But the hum's in her singing, Elise, promising Mara waits. Miles out, she stops, hands trembling, her reflection wrong, eyes too deep, glinting like theirs. The hollow choir doesn't sleep, it sings, and Elise's secrets are theirs, a debt carved in mud, unpaid forever. St. Martin's swamp still hums, calling names, stealing breaths. What would you do with a song that owns your soul, voices that never stop? Stories like these don't end, they echo, make you flinch at every hum. If your skin's crawling, smash that like button, show us you're here. Comment below, would you face the choir or drown it? Share this with a friend who'd jump at a rustle, or one who'd scoff just to spook them. Subscribe to Shadow Watch, hit the bell, and brace for more tales that'll haunt your nights. Next time, we're diving deeper, unless you're too scared to hear.